If these patterns aren't removed, they don't just stay, they become your identity. Today, we're exposing the 5 hidden forces sabotaging your mind. Remove them early, and you take your life back. 1. The debt of avoidance. The emotions you avoid don't fade away. They go underground. Think of suppressed pain as high-interest debt. You might avoid paying it today, but it is quietly compounding in the dark. In psychology, this is called emotional leakage. When you ignore a wound, it doesn't heal. It simply finds new, destructive ways to exit your system. It dictates who you date. It sabotages how you react under pressure. And over time, it slowly kills your confidence. Here is the truth: the pain may not be your fault. But the healing is your responsibility. Every feeling you suppress becomes a ghost that haunts your decisions. The moment you face what hurts, its control begins to break. Stop running from the debt. Face it and take your power back. 2. The cost of social parasites. Not everyone in your life deserves access to your energy. In psychology, there is a concept called emotional contagion. Your brain is a mirror. It is biologically hardwired to absorb the stress, habits, and emotional patterns of those around you. If you spend your time around constant negativity or drama, your brain doesn't just listen, it adapts. You stop thinking about growth. You start thinking about survival. Your nervous system stays in a state of high alert. Your motivation evaporates. Your vision for the future shrinks to match theirs. The most dangerous part. Because it happens slowly, you start to believe this heavy, drained feeling is normal. You don't need a circle of perfect people. But you must remove the ones who treat your energy like a refillable cup. The wrong company doesn't just waste your time. It rewires your mind. Stop letting social parasites dictate your potential. Protect your peace, or you will eventually lose yourself. 3. The visual tax on your focus. Clutter isn't just taking up space in your room, it's taking up space in your mind. Neuroscience shows that physical mess is a constant visual stimulus. It forces your brain to compete for attention, quietly raising your cortisol levels and overloading your working memory. When your environment is chaotic, your brain never truly rests. It stays in a state of low-grade distraction, processing every stray object instead of focusing on your goals. This creates a cycle of decision fatigue. Simple tasks become exhausting because your mind is already drained from filtering out the background noise. The danger? You stop noticing the clutter, but your nervous system doesn't. Mental fatigue becomes your new baseline. You don't need a perfect, empty home. You just need to eliminate the things that no longer serve a purpose. When you clear your physical environment, you stop the constant drain on your energy. A calm space isn't a luxury, it's the foundation for a clear mind. 4. The self-trust tax. Procrastination isn't a time management problem. It's an emotional regulation problem. When you delay a task, you aren't being lazy. You are retreating. Your brain perceives a task as a threat, whether it's fear of failure, judgment, or discomfort, and it triggers an escape response. But here is the psychological trap: every time you postpone a commitment, you are performing a silent act of self-betrayal. You are teaching your brain a dangerous lesson: I cannot be trusted to follow through. Over time, this rewires your identity. Your confidence doesn't disappear in a moment, it erodes every time you break a promise to yourself. When your word no longer has weight, your self-esteem collapses. The real damage of procrastination isn't a missed deadline or a late project. It's the loss of your own reliability. If you can't trust yourself to act, you can't build a future. Break the cycle of avoidance now. Small actions today are the only way to rebuild the trust you've lost. 5. The trap of performance. Trying to please everyone is a quiet form of self-abandonment. In psychology, this is known as fawning. It isn't kindness, it's a survival mechanism. It's fear of rejection wearing a friendly mask to keep you safe from conflict. When you live for the approval of others, you are constantly negotiating away your own boundaries. You say yes when you mean no. You shrink your personality to make others comfortable. The result? You become a shadow of yourself. The more you try to be everything for everyone, the less you actually exist. You trade your authenticity for a temporary sense of security that never lasts. But here is the shift that changes everything. self-respect cannot exist in a mind that is constantly auditioning for the love of others. The moment you stop chasing approval, you create the space necessary for self-authority. Stop trying to be liked and start being real. Remove the mask, and you will finally find the person you were meant to be. If you're ready to break these old patterns and build a calmer, sharper, and more resilient version of yourself, subscribe and join us. We dive deep into the psychology of growth every week so you can stop the erosion and start the rebuild.